ahead of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, one community choir is preparing to honor Dr. King on Monday. Also, an ancient Swiss New Year's tradition takes over the streets of New Glarus. We'll share why it's happening nearly 2 weeks after the start of 2023. And more classified documents have been found at one of President Biden's residences. The very latest coming up on News 3 Now at 6. Celebrations from Martin Luther King Jr. Day have already begun, but at one Madison church, the MLK Community Choir is still preparing for Monday's holiday. Our Braden Ross got a sneak peek of the choir's performance and joins us with more. Braden?
Yeah, the Mount Zion Baptist Church in Madison was filled with smiles and songs this morning as they get ready to celebrate a civil rights icon. This is Renee Robinson. She's been singing at Mount Zion Baptist Church for 22 years, but this morning she's getting ready to sing somewhere else.
We are connected through this journey that we are on, trying to come together, trying to unite, to show that we can love each other, no matter what color.
This is the last rehearsal for the 2023 MLK Community Choir before they perform at the city and Dane County's King Day celebration on Monday.
It was exciting to be able to sing about our struggle.
Renee has celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day for years, even when those around her didn't.
The job that I worked on, never, it wasn't a holiday, but I took the day off every year because, this is Martin Luther King. This is a day that we represent and celebrate him.
She says she's excited to see more people every year eager to celebrate civil rights.
It's very diverse, and that was very welcoming to me to know that other people of other ethnicities care.
The MLK Community Choir is open to everyone, no matter their background. For Kathy Maldigan, it's a fun way to celebrate someone she has always admired.
Martin Luther King is so significant. I was born in 1952, and my mother marched with him in Detroit, and we wanted to go with her, and she would not let us.
Renee is glad to see the support and hopeful for the future.
I just want to encourage people to continue to strive, to do their best at accomplishing the goal of togetherness throughout this MLK season.
And you can catch Renee and the MLK Community Choir, led by Leotha and Tamara Stanley, at 5:15 on Monday at the Overture Center.
Braden, thank you. In more local news tonight, over in Jefferson County, one person is dead following a late-night police pursuit that ended in a crash. A sheriff's deputy spoke to the driver of a vehicle parked near the intersection of County Road Q and County Road B in the town of Aztlan. The deputy reportedly smelled marijuana from inside the car, and after asking the driver to step out of the vehicle, that person drove off. A chase ensued on County Road G, and later the suspect's vehicle crashed and was seen rolling over several times. Emergency responders found the driver dead inside the car. Their identity has not been released at this time. New tonight, a 51-year-old New York man was arrested overnight after stealing a vehicle from a Columbia County truck stop with a sleeping woman inside. That woman called 911 and told dispatchers she'd been asleep in the car when her family stopped at the gas station, but that it was now being driven by a man she did not know. He was reportedly refusing to let her go, driving west on Highway 188 toward West Point Township. The vehicle was found there, and a chase with law enforcement began. The stolen car was driven off the roadway and struck several objects, still not stopping. Eventually, the car became undrivable, and the man was taken into custody. The woman in the back seat was not hurt and was reunited with her family. Authorities say the man appeared to be under the influence of drugs, with his car found at the truck stop where he stole the vehicle. Inside, meth and drug paraphernalia was found inside his car. A live look at the Capitol right now. It's been a mild winter compared to what we typically see here in southern Wisconsin this time of year. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Julian Seawright. Julian, with these mild temperatures continuing throughout the weekend, are we going to see it going on into the next week?
Well, we are, McKenna, and with these milder temperatures, anything that we see precipitation-wise is going to be mainly rain. So that's what we're going to be tracking heading into the back end of the work week. Well, excuse me, for the weekend as we get into the rest. I'm still thinking about the work week for us. But as we get into the weekend, this is what we've been dealing with. We've had cloudy skies, and that's going to lead into our Sunday and especially for our Monday as well. Over the last few hours, we are going to be dealing with really blanketing cloud cover. We're not going to be seeing much in terms of open skies for tonight or even much of any kind of breakage either. But temperatures themselves are into the upper 20s. They're going to be bouncing back and forth as we lead into the overnight hours. Now, however, we are going to start to see those winds picking back up. Going to be breezy and windy once we head into our Sunday. But current temperatures around southern Wisconsin, we're all a couple degrees below freezing as of right now, with 28 apiece for Madison and Janesville, with 29 degrees for Platteville. But as we take a look at what else we're going to be seeing, well, we're going to give a preview of our holiday coming up in a few moments. Until then, let's go ahead and toss it back to you, McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian. Looking ahead to next weekend, where thousands will gather at the Capitol in support of reproductive rights. March, the Madison Abortion and Reproductive Rights Coalition for Healthcare hosted a banner-making event this afternoon at UW's Memorial Union. Next Sunday will mark 50 years since Roe v. Wade was passed, and protesters plan to mourn the loss of nearly half a century of constitutional protection.
Pre-abortion on demand is really our ultimate goal. Right now we're working on getting the 1849 abortion ban overturned. That's like a big first step that we're working on right now.
That 1849 law makes it a felony in Wisconsin to perform an abortion at any stage of pregnancy unless it's done to save the pregnant person's life. The march takes place next Sunday starting at 11:30 on State Street Mall, with the march beginning at 1 o'clock and speakers scheduled outside the Capitol through 4. Stick with News 3 next weekend as we bring you coverage from that march. An ancient Swiss New Year's tradition returned to the streets of downtown New Glarus this afternoon. Sylvester Clausen is a procession through the town filled with yodeling, bells, and garish costumes. Those costumes are nature-based and fitted with bells to ring in the new year. You're probably wondering, why today of all days to celebrate the new year? Well, it's celebrated twice, once on New Year's Eve in the Gregorian calendar, but also again on January 13th, which marks New Year's on the Julian calendar. That was yesterday, so organizers decided to wait until the weekend to celebrate.
Brings business to our restaurants and to our retail shops downtown, and it brings smiles to people. We are proud to live in a Swiss community, and anytime we can celebrate that is a good time.
The yodels also have no specific words and are instead filled with improvised harmonies. In national news this evening, the White House announced an additional 5 classified documents were found at President Biden's home in Wilmington, Delaware this week. According to a federal law enforcement official familiar with the investigation, roughly 20 known documents marked classified have been found at the president's home and the former Penn Center from his time as vice president. CBS News correspondent Kristen Benavides has more from Miami.
Lawyers for President Biden say they found more classified documents at his Delaware home this week. The news comes after the White House announced Thursday that one page was discovered during a search of the president's private library. Saturday's disclosure brings that number to 6. That's in addition to documents found in December in the president's garage. And CBS News has learned that approximately 10 documents marked classified and discovered in November at his former offices in the Penn Biden Center in Washington from when he was vice president included top secret material.
To be labeled top secret, information needs to be judged to be extraordinarily damaging to the United States should it get into the wrong hands.
On Thursday, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was asked whether Mr. Biden could guarantee more would not turn up.
You should assume that it's been completed, yes.
A White House lawyer, Richard Sauber, released a statement Saturday saying in part, "While I was transferring it to the DOJ officials who accompanied me, 5 additional pages with classification markings were discovered among the material with it. For a total of 6 pages. The DOJ officials with me immediately took possession of them." Sauber said the White House will cooperate with the special counsel Robert Hur, who was appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland to investigate the matter. Says the president did not know the previously discovered records were in his home, adding that his team reached out to the National Archives and Justice Department when they were discovered. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
Still ahead tonight, why you'll likely have trouble finding a spare copy of Spare, Prince Harry's new memoir. And local children practicing their reading skills in front of their furry friends. How a program like this helps grow confidence in kids and bring joy to animals. Plus, brand new tonight at 10, it was a day dedicated to bald eagle watching along the Wisconsin River in Prairie du Sac. We'll be right back on News 3 Now at 6.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
We asked people to give their honest feedback on how wrinkles around their eye area and under-eye puffiness looked after trying Tint and Tighten for the first time.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of cover up and conceal things, but with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone, so you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see with when you wear foundation.
Tint and Tighten shrinks under-eye puffiness, smooths out wrinkles and fine lines around the eye area, and provides tinted coverage to hide dark circles and skin imperfections, making you look fresh and younger. And since Tint and Tighten works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours, you can look your best without getting injections or fillers. Get beautiful, lightweight, tinted coverage, plus that smoother, younger, wrinkle-free look from years past in 10 minutes. A look that will make you feel beautiful and confident. Try it this new year for only $19.95, plus get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Children got the chance to practice their reading skills this morning in front of the most non-judgmental audience there is, dogs. The nonprofit Guardian Whiskers has a Book Buddies program that takes over the City Dog Vet and Cat Care Clinic on East Washington the second Saturday of each month. The program allows children the chance to work on reading out loud while also spending time with therapy dogs who listen in their laps.
I think it just makes reading more exciting for them. They get to read to a dog, which is so cool. And it's low stakes, you know, like the dog isn't gonna be like, hey, you messed up on that word. They're just there to enjoy the kids, so.
For more information on Book Buddies program and Guardian Whispers, just visit guardianwhispers.org. If you're trying to check out a copy of Prince Harry's new memoir from the library, well, good luck. Chances are you'll be waiting quite a while. There's a massive demand for Spare, the royal tell-all. And for those who'd rather borrow it from the library rather than buy it, many months of waiting is likely ahead. Many library systems are showing wait lists of several months for the book, even as some of the largest library districts in the nation have added dozens of additional copies. Here in southern Wisconsin, there are 124 copies of the book, but all are checked out, according to LinkCat, which catalogs the South Central Library system. More than 900 people are on the wait list for those books, too. Around the Midwest, the Chicago Public Library has more than 1,500 holds for 217 copies. And in Minneapolis, the Hennepin County Library has nearly 1,400 holds for 132 print copies. The newest billionaire lives somewhere in Maine. That's what we learned late last night when it was announced a jackpot-winning Mega Millions lottery ticket had been sold. Someone is holding the winning $1.35 billion ticket, which is worth a potential lump sum cash payout of over $724 million. The ticket was sold at a hometown gas and grill gas station in the town of Lebanon, Maine. These are images of that exact gas station. The owner there says he couldn't believe his store sold the winning ticket, so much so that he thought someone was impersonating the Maine State Lottery, trying to scam him.
The next thing I expected was him to ask me for a gift card because I thought for sure it was a scam, but it wasn't.
He says he doesn't know who the winner is, but notes that Lebanon is a small rural community. So this winning ticket will be, quote, really good news for somebody. Still to come tonight at 6, a historic night for the NBA in Texas. We'll tell you what league record the San Antonio Spurs and its fans helped break. First, Julian's back with another check here. First One forecast.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who'll keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
They were trees to you, but toys to animals. Hundreds of old Christmas trees were donated to an Illinois zoo, so the animals there could have a little bit of fun, and it sure looks like they are. Officials from the Brookfield Zoo near Chicago say polar bears, lions, African painted dogs, reindeer, bison, and many other animals all get to enjoy these recycled trees. More than 800 trees were donated to the zoo, with many of them also set to be chipped and used as mulch within the park. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Julian Seawright.
Well, McKenna, we're still dealing with some milder temperatures, but today was actually closer to seasonable, especially as we head into tonight. But tonight, temperatures are not going to be too much below freezing. As we take a look at what we see for our surface map, still dealing with a bit of some warming as those southerly winds are carrying in a bit more milder temperatures throughout much of the upper Midwest, but it's still going to be rather cold. However, it's not going to be overly frigid as you head outside. Now, as we take a look at what we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days, Sunday is actually going to be one of the more milder days for us, and the trend is going to continue into next week. But we'll see those mid-40s once again. But we'll start to see cooler temperatures into the back end of next week, so don't worry. If you're missing some of those colder air feels, well, it's going to be on the way for us as we are looking for a shift once again in our atmosphere that will be bringing in a bit more of not just rain chances, but potentially even some snow. Now, heading into tomorrow, lower 40s throughout much of southern Wisconsin, but we're still going to be battling with how much sun are we going to be seeing for tomorrow. So cloudy skies are going to be anticipated throughout southern Wisconsin. The lower 40s for Madison, around 41 degrees, and for Janesville, around 39 degrees for Platteville. Now, taking a look at our future track, for the rest of tonight, we may see a couple of openings in our skies, but then clouds will build once again as we get into the overnight, transitioning into Sunday morning. It's going to be a chilly start into the upper 20s, but see how those winds are really going to start to pick up and be breezy and windy throughout the course of the day, really intensifying by the time we get into the lunchtime hour. But once we're around noon, temperatures will be into the upper 30s throughout much of southern Wisconsin, but the sky cover is going to start to break up just a bit before it blankets once again going into our Sunday evening. 5 o'clock, we're going to be into those upper 30s, some lower 40s, and then transitioning into our Sunday nights is where we're going to be looking at a bit of that change that we've been tracking. Now, we are looking for some showers, mainly rain, to start up for us as temperatures are still going to be into the upper 30s throughout the overnight hours going into our Monday morning. So it is going to be a super soaker. It's a good thing that most of us are pretty much not working on Monday, because Monday morning, it is going to be rain throughout much of southern Wisconsin, and that's going to continue on and off throughout the course of our afternoon before breaking up. But the system itself will start to rotate a bit, so as we transition into our Monday nights, the rain will start to fizzle out, but some areas will start to see that transition of snow as we get into our overnight hours, transitioning into our Tuesday morning, especially to the far northwest. This will be between La Crosse and Viroqua areas as we get into our early Tuesday morning. But throughout Monday, expect it to be a rainy day. So if you're going to head out for any kind of event for Martin Luther King Day, just note you're going to definitely need a raincoat or just your rain gear in general. We're looking for a half to about 3/4 of rainfall throughout southern Wisconsin. So we are looking for a good amount of rain, which is still not really unheard of, but it's rather rare for this time of year. Now take a look at our 10-day forecast. Again, MLK will be a rainy one for us. Then we can see some of that rain going into our Tuesday morning, but mostly going to be some snow. Some light flurries is what we're going to be looking at going into our late Wednesday night. So not looking at too many opportunities to see snowfall. We are watching for potentials from Wednesday night into our Thursday that could bring in some minor snow accumulations.
I felt like such a Wisconsinite this morning. I was opening up my deck door and I said out loud, I'm like, oh, it feels so nice outside. I think it's just like, what, high 30s this morning?
It was like mid-high 30s.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is so nice.
Good.
And I'm on the phone with my mom from Texas. She goes, yeah, I'm putting on a jacket. It's 60 out. I'm like, shut up.
My parents said that it was 45 degrees back in Maryland, and they were like, oh, it's so cold. I was like that's summer.
Yeah, you moved to Wisconsin. We'll show you how it is.
Y'all are crazy, but we like this weather now.
Do we? Yeah. I mean, I like it.
We like it.
We like it.
We'll say we like it.
We'll like it. All right, thanks, Julian. Still ahead tonight, the series finale between Wisconsin and Ohio State women's hockey. Jordan has those highlights up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. Earn fuel points on every purchase and save up to $1 a gallon at the pump. With Pick and Save fuel points, all you do is win big savings. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
For back pain, I've always been a take two and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you'd get in our stores. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
A home improvement scam that took customers' money and left them with shoddy and unfinished work.
It was just a total nightmare.
See how our call for action team responded to dozens of complaints and what it could mean for the man responsible. Wednesday on News 3 Now at 10.
It's been a pretty rough start to the second half of the season for Badger women's hockey, having dropped their last 4 games, the latest in overtime against the #1 team in the country. Now, round 2 with Ohio State, the Badgers hoping to avoid another sweep, but the Buckeyes are on it from the start. Not even 2 minutes in, they get on the board. Well, then 2 minutes later, the Buckeyes make it a 2-goal game. Wisconsin just struggling to get their offense going this afternoon, and it results in another loss for the Badgers, making it their 5th straight. The team returns home this week and will host Minnesota State Mankato. After back-to-back Big Ten losses, Badger men's basketball is more than ready to see a W on the schedule. I mean, they said it. They're hungry for that win. But they also know Indiana is as well, considering the Hoosiers have lost 3 straight and are back on their home court this afternoon. And the Badgers are without Tyler Wall for the 3rd straight game as he deals with a lower body injury. First half is a close one. UW down by 4 when Connor Essegian cashes in on a 3, and he cuts it to a 1-point game. Badgers trail by 1 at the break, but things go downhill after halftime. Trace Jackson-Davis opens the second half with a jumper, and that kickstarts a 12-0 scoring run for Indiana, and the Badgers just can't battle back. They drop their 3rd straight, 63-45. Essegian led the team with 14 points and 11 boards in his homecoming of sorts. Now the Badgers are back home this week. They'll host Penn State Tuesday night. Tip-off is set for 7:30. Double dose of Badger hoops at Assembly Hall this weekend. The women's team will take on 6th-ranked Indiana tomorrow afternoon. The Badgers head there with back-to-back conference wins, but as a series with Indiana, UW is 9-14 against the Hoosiers and riding an 8-game losing streak against them. But Marissa Mosley and company know just what they have to do to go there and make some noise.
I think it's just us understanding, tendencies of their players, who wants to shoot it, who wants to drive it, and then obviously with Mackenzie Holmes, it's trying to limit her touches. You're not going to stop her, but you got to limit her touches, make it tough for her to guard, and then we got to stay out of foul trouble.
Tip-off between Wisconsin and Indiana is set for noon tomorrow.
All right, I get a read a sports story now. It's because it's Texas. History was made last night in San Antonio. The basketball game between the Golden State Warriors and San Antonio Spurs set an NBA record for the largest attendance during a regular season game with more than 68,000 fans there. The exact total was 68,323 people. Unfortunately for many of those fans, though, they probably would have had a better view by staying at home. The game was played inside the Alamodome, which is to celebrate the team's 50th anniversary in San Antonio. Everything's bigger in Texas, and that, yeah, you're not going to be seeing anything.
Wow, you guys are just awesome, aren't you?
I didn't say that. And hey, our forecast is awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know about Texas.
For some people, I think you're going to definitely need to just figure out what day we need snow gear and what day we need rain gear. Well, Monday is when you need the rain gear, Tuesday morning as well, but Sunday nights and Thursday, we're going to be looking at some snow showers.
All right, thanks, Dylan, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.